An important thing that you have to do as an artist is branding yourself. This is something a lot of artists are struggling with. So what if I told you that there's just one thing that you should do to have a unique branding? Let's get started with taking a few minutes to think about who you are. What do you want? I'm serious. Take a few minutes to think about this. This is really important. We're going to start by creating two columns. In the left column, you write down all your personal strong points, and in the right one, all your weaknesses. You will probably notice that it's pretty hard to write down weaknesses of your own. The left column will probably be bigger than the right one, and that's okay. But take an extra few minutes to think about your weaknesses. This is so important, so take that extra minutes. Things that you do on a daily basis that didn't come to you by nature. You have to force yourself each and every time to do it and to do it at your best. Now that you know this, it's easy. You have your weaknesses and you have your strong points. You do more of what you're good at and you do less of what you're bad at. Find ways to outsource your weak spots. For example, if you're bad in social media and it sucks up a lot of energy on a daily basis, it might be a good idea to find someone who is really good at it and who is open to help you with this. By doing this, you are able to focus more on the things that come naturally to you. For example, maybe producing. Here's a personal thing that I found out when I quit DJing and dived deeper into myself as a person. You see, my career started with DJing. I started playing music at people's homes, weddings and graduation parties, which led me to my first gigs in local bars and clubs. After a few years, I decided to start making music as well, because something attracted me to do it and I could start playing my own songs during my gigs. The thing that I never thought of, but what I did find out later on when I quit, was that I actually wasn't the best producer out there. I was always struggling to create a new original because I wasn't the most musical guy. Starting a track from scratch was the hardest thing for me, and that's why creating a bootleg or a remix always worked better for me. When I was remixing, I didn't have to worry about creating a melody from scratch or creating a breakdown from scratch. When you start a remix, you already got a starting point, which influenced me to lead to new discoveries and new melodies. I found out that I wasn't the best producer. I was a DJ who had to make music to build my career. If I knew then what I know now, I would have radically changed my approach. I would have searched for a co-producer or even a partner to help me with producing, so I could focus on the things that I was better at, and he could focus on the things that he was best in, which was producing. It's just impossible to do everything by yourself on the highest level possible. So now that you know who you are as a person and what your strong points are, we can continue with the rest. Start thinking about this. What kind of music do you like to play or produce? What kind of content could you make that fits you as a person? What would you like to be known for? You see, the thing that you're known for is your reputation, and your reputation is your brand. So, are you the nice guy who always replies and shows his whole life in a vlog? Or are you the asshole who ignores his fans and doesn't do anything for his fans? What would you like to be known for? Take a few minutes to think about this. This is so important. What would you like to be known for? You are now starting to focus on your personal brand. Another thing that is common when it comes down to creating your own brand is that you can't make everyone happy. You have to pick a genre or sound that you like and go all in on that. Your goal as an artist is to become someone's favorite artist. And the best way to become someone's favorite artist is by being yourself. People will fall in love with you for who you are. People will fall in love with you because of the content that you've created. And people will fall in love with you for the music that you've produced. Most important, be you. Being different is more important than being better. Now, if you don't know where to start your career because there are so many things to do, always keep in the back of your head that nothing will actually happen if you don't start at all. So what's stopping you? Start right now. There are 1,000 reasons to not do something, but you only need one to actually do it. Because you want it. That's the only reason you need. It's you. And no one's gonna hold you back. Now I can already hear you thinking of 1,000 reasons to not do it, but let me give you a small motivational boost. Artists like Hardwell, Martin Garrix and Chesto started somewhere as well. They have also been at the point where you are at right now. And believe it or not, even though they are the leading DJs at this moment, The world is always ready for something new. Even with the millions of fans they've gathered in the last few years, there are still millions of people that you could attract with your music. Because you are you, and there is no second version of you or your music. Be different, stand out, and the right people will come your way.